Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. You might be able to see this beautiful dog Snowy in the background just having a little rest. I'm not sure if you can see. But she's here in the room with us and she's just chilling out and taking it all in, lying by the fire. So today is all about letting go of the old story, and I'm so excited to dive into this. And it's not going to be a super long video because it's pretty to the point. But if you want to work with me in any way, shape, or form, the links are in the description box. It's just a Calendly link that you click, and then a whole bunch of different options come up. There's 7-day challenges, one-on-one live coaching, lots of different options, and I'm so excited to work with everyone, and I'm loving this journey with you all. So thank you for all the bookings and for trusting me with helping you on your manifesting journey. So letting go of the old story. Essentially, we can only really have one story playing out at a time. So we get to decide whether that's the old story, the new story, or a little bit of both. And as I just said, we can only really have one story playing out. If we have two stories playing out, the old and the new, this is where we're going to get a lot of hot and cold behavior, which isn't fun. It's really not fun because it can really mess with your belief in manifesting when you're continuously getting hot and cold behavior. So we really want to just clean that up today. So we want to let go of the old story. How do we do this? Couple of ways, but the main way that I view it is that it's a big bag of rubbish or trash, if you're in the US, that you are literally carrying around on your shoulders. You're carrying it around with you every single day into every single situation and meeting and circumstance and the environment that you're in. And it's exhausting. And this bag of rubbish, it stinks. It's heavy. It's not serving you. It's not helping you. It's slowing you down, if nothing else. So I want you to, I love analogies. So if that's helpful, I want you to just view the old story as something heavy, unwanted, unneeded. It's not even for you anymore. And I want you to imagine just dropping it off. You just drop it off. You are essentially dropping off old trauma, negativity, doubts, fears, anger, memories, negative memories that trigger you. You are dropping that bag of crap off today. You're just dropping it off because it doesn't serve you anymore. And what we're going to focus on now is the new story and the new story only. And sometimes this can take a little bit of practice because we're so used to looking at the old story and believing that it's true because that's what our 3D has shown us. And this is a really great way to know that manifesting works. You've had negative thoughts and then you've had negative experiences in the 3D. Of course, because this is how it works. First within and then without. 4D first, 3D second. So if nothing else, I hope that's confirmation that manifesting actually does work. But we want to flip it around now so that you're actually having a really great time. You're having the best time ever. So your new story, what is it with your specific person? It can be around anything. It can be around, money, health, wealth, travel, anything. But today we're just going to sort of focus on the specific person because I do find that there seems to be a lot more resistance with our specific person because of the emotions attached with it. We don't often have a lot of other emotional triggers or resistance when we're trying to manifest things like money, health, wealth. Sometimes, but it's usually around specific person because things come up around self-identity and self-concept. Who am I? What do I deserve? What do I expect? What am I worthy of? And this will be a whole other video around self-concept, but basically what we want to do is just get into the new story and marinate in it, like marinate and saturate ourselves in the new story so that there's no time or space or room for the old story anymore. So let's look at the new story. what could that look like for you? It could look something like this, where I'm with my specific person, we trust each other so deeply. My person loves me unconditionally, and it's their purpose in life to bring me so much joy and happiness, and they dedicate their life to me. And, you know, every day is just so much fun. We travel, we go on adventures. They're so thoughtful. They're always putting me first. I am my specific person's number one priority. They show me off to the world. They feel so lucky that they met me, and they have me, and we just have so much fun together. I feel so safe. My SP is always keeping me safe and protecting me, and, you know, this kind of story. And even as I'm saying it, I light up, because I'm just like, yes, isn't this wonderful? Isn't this, you know, my SP? Isn't this how we're meant to be treated? And it is how you're meant to be treated. And it can be any story that you want to cultivate, it can be anything. But I do find that when we have emotions in there around feeling safe, you know, feeling like we can trust, feeling that we're respected, feeling that we're a number one priority, and knowing that we don't have to prove ourselves in order to have this incredible love, because you don't. You are perfect, complete, whole, exactly as you are. And again, this will be another video around self-concept, but you just have to know what you want, and then you just have to go and live in the end. And so as you move through the day, how do you feel now that you're in this loving, beautiful, committed, deeply loyal, trusting, safe, unconditionally loving, dedicated, worshipping relationship? How do you feel? How do you feel? You know, we want to get into these feelings of peace, relaxation, relief, certainty, knowing, allowing. When we're in these states, we are then in the receiving state. So we're creating this beautiful story in our 4D, and then the 3D has no option but to reflect the 4D. It simply has no option, because that's what the 3D does. It reflects the 4D like a mirror. So letting go of the old story, it is a choice that you make. It's a choice whether you drop off that bag of rubbish or not. It's a choice, you know, and I find dropping it off completely really helped me, just dropping it off. We're also in victim mode when we continue to carry the old story around. It's almost like, oh, this person has done this to me. I didn't deserve it, but they did it anyway. It's that victim mentality. And when we are the operant power of our lives, there's no space to be a victim anymore. So I want you to just drop that bag of rubbish / trash off and let go of this victim mode. I'm now the operant power. This is my new story, and this is the story that I now only focus on. And no matter what the 3D shows me, this is the story that I come back to, because this is what I'm cultivating and creating within. And this is now what will be emanated without in the 3D. That is as simple as it is with manifesting. What you focus on, what you give your energy, attention, and time and love to, is what will then show up for you. So we want to be focusing on the new story now, the most incredible story. And I want you to be really limitless with this, because you are a limitless being. You know, you don't have to do things in chronological order. It doesn't have to be like, well, we have to date first, and then he has to meet my parents, or, you know, and then she has to tell me that she loves me, and then he has to propose, and then we have another 6 months to see how they're. No, go to the end. You're married, you have kids, you're on holidays. Like, what does your life look like? Be really, really limitless and enjoy it, because you're meant to be here having a great time in life and with your SP, in the 4D and in the 3D. We're not here to just have magical moments in the 4D and never get it in the 3D. But the 3D will only reflect back once our 4D story is dominant. So this is what you have to practice. 4D, new story, new story, new story, new story. You're only choosing the new story now. No more of the old crap, because nobody has time for that. Okay, I hope that really helped you. I'm here if you want to work with me, but I hope you have a wonderful day. And I just want to let you know that you're doing a beautiful job, no matter what and where you are at your journey right now. You can change it right now, in this moment, right now, right now, right now. This is where we have the power. So you're doing an amazing job. Just choose it. All you have to do is choose it. Choose the new story and choose yourself. You're doing a beautiful job. Thank you for being here. See you in the next video. Bye.